What's up guys, Ben from Living Survival. Today I got the Leatherman OHT. OHT standing for one-handed tool. You can quickly get the pliers deployed, which is pretty much the claim to fame on this Leatherman model. So what's really nice about the Leatherman OHT is that all the tools are accessible from the outside. There aren't any tools on the inside. What's also cool is on the handles here, it has pictures of pretty much what all the tools are. So right here, you can see you have your cap lifter or can opener. On this side, you have your saw. Looking at the opposite side here, we have a flat-headed screwdriver. Then on this side, we have the blade. Now the blade is only just over 2 inches long. It is 2.37 inches, so not the best blade on this tool, but we'll get into what I like and what I don't like about the Leatherman OHT in a minute. On the reverse side here, you have a smaller flathead screwdriver. You have a serrated blade. And then on the flip side of that, we have a Phillips screwdriver, which does have some nice length to it. And then a package opener or seatbelt tool, as well as an oxygen tool there. Then of course, you have the rapid deploy pliers, replaceable 154 cm blades there, and then a really nice set of fine needle nose pliers, and then regular pliers as well. So all the tools being on the outside and the fact that you can quickly deploy the pliers make this a one-handed tool. Now you can quickly remove this off your belt and access the pliers very quickly. So if you're a big pliers person, it does have a really nice set of pliers and the ability to deploy it very quickly. Now once you deploy it, there's these two buttons that prevent it from going back down until you depress both of those, and then you can slide it back down into the handle. There is also a lock on one side, which you can spin to lock it out so that you can't deploy while it's in your pocket or in the sheath. So you simply just move that back to a vertical position and you can deploy the pliers once again. Now, a little trick to deploying these: if you grab or squeeze the tool, you're not going to be able to deploy them. You actually just have to hold both the handles just like this, and then you can quickly get the pliers to deploy. You can also deploy it upside down, which is pretty cool. So you can pull it out and quickly deploy it. It does have spring-loaded pliers, which is nice. So then, as I said, all the tools are also one-hand accessible from the outside. They all have little thumb grooves in them to where you can deploy things like the blade. They do lock into place, so the blade can't retract until you depress the lock there, and then you can depress the tool back in. Now all the tools on the OHT are locking, so that's nice. Even the screwdrivers are locking as well. So looking a little bit closer at the tools here, we've got two flathead screwdrivers, which do come in handy. They don't have very much reach though, but you know, for general things that you're going to use these for, you probably aren't going to need that much reach anyway. The Phillips, however, does have better reach to it, and I find that that's adequate, so it works great as a Phillips screwdriver. The seatbelt tool could come in handy, but what it's really handy for is opening packages, those plastic clamshell packages. It's very handy for opening those. The oxygen tool, I'll probably never use that. Serrated blade, good if you need to cut a lot of rope or something like that. Again, that probably won't get much use. We have a nice saw. It's not the longest saw, but it is you know, adequate enough should you need a saw in a survival situation, for example. The cap lifter, can opener, pretty standard. And then we have our main blade here. Now the main blade would be nice if that's a little bit longer, but again, you know, on a multi-tool, when you're, you know, in need of a blade, it's usually just going to be to cut something open, maybe slice something like, you know, food, for example, and this blade of this size will get the job done. It is 420 HC, just like most of the other Leatherman blades. So I like the tool set on the Leatherman OHT. Of course, I like the few screwdrivers that you get. I like the saw and the main blade, and then of course I love the pliers, which are very nice pliers with replaceable blades, and then also the fact that they one hand open and are also spring loaded. So it does come with a nice sheath, Velcro opening. You can slide the tool right in, and just similar to other Leatherman sheaths, they are nice quality and are quite durable. On the back here it has, you know, the ability to molly it onto your pack or also wear it on a belt. One thing I'd love to see on the OHT, just like on the Leatherman Wave, is the capability to add a pocket clip. Again, I don't use the sheath with my Wave, I use it with the pocket clip. So I just slip this down into my pocket like I would a folding knife, and I wish the OHT had the same capability to add a pocket clip. So you can see the difference here in blade length from the Wave to the OHT. The pliers, however, on the OHT are far superior to the ones on the Wave. Of course, you have the replaceable cutting blades, and then as you can see here, you've got a nicer set of needle nose, and I think just a nicer set of pliers all the way around. So a lot of you are familiar with the Leatherman rebar. Now the pliers on the OHT do have the same replaceable cutting blades as on the rebar, but again, I think the pliers are just a little bit better on the OHT. And then as far as the grip goes, I really don't mind the grip on this at all. You can really squeeze pretty hard, and you don't really, you know, get anything digging into your hands like you do on the rebar. Once you expose the pliers out of the rebar, you know, you get these two edges here, and even though they are folded over here, if you squeeze this really hard, it does create, you know, some hot spots on your hand and sort of pinches your hand a little bit. So again, for someone that uses pliers quite a bit, the OHT is the way to go. So here's a quick size comparison between the rebar, the Wave, and the OHT. You can see it's just a little bit bigger. So here's a shot of the OHT with all the tools exposed. So for those of us that have owned a Leatherman before, you're going to get the same great quality in the OHT. It's a unique product. I do like the fact that it has the quick action pliers, especially since they are really good pliers and spring loaded as well. The knife could be a little bit better, but as far as the tool set, I think it's adequate, and I think it's, you know, just right for this type of tool. Again, I'd like to see maybe a pocket clip on it so that I didn't have to use the included sheath, especially since it's marketed as a one-handed tool. So I think the perfect person for the Leatherman OHT is somebody that really uses pliers a lot on a daily basis, maybe an electrician or something like that. You do have very quick access to the pliers and all the other tools in the OHT. Also, it has those 154 cm replaceable cutting blades. So if you're somebody that cuts a lot of wire and uses pliers a lot, this would probably be the most adequate tool for you. So I hope you guys liked that video today. It's a pretty cool tool. Hopefully you'll give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments below. Make sure you share this video with all your friends on Google, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, guys, click that subscribe button for more videos.